Actually, he's American, okay, right now. When he lived, it's Mozart, for those who do not know him. He was not Austrian, but he was from Salzburg. She is not Austrian, but this is the movie Sound of Music, which no one knows in Austria, but seems to be very famous in the US. He is, or he was Austrian, but he had to disappear from Austria during our darkest part of the history. Well, those horses are called Lipizzaner. Lipica is a city in Slovenia, I guess. Well, Red Bull, that's Austrian. Well, the marketing is Austrian, but the drink itself is from, I don't know, Taiwan or so. Well, okay, this thing, it's the Riesenrad at the Prater. A guy from England bought it. This is Schönbrunn, which is a part, it should have been a bit like Versailles in France. Okay, this is Austria, and of course Hermann Mayer, he's Austrian, but I think he used some dope sometimes, or doping, so well, that's Austria, and we call this architecture, you know. So, well, what shall I tell you about Austria? Beside this, we are relatively rich, so we are relatively old as a country. Well, this is Telekom Austria. If you have some money, buy shares. You, at least for me, this is a good situation. Yeah. Innovation. Okay, this is an Austrian economist. It's Josef Schumpeter. He was the first to research in innovation. Actually, he was born in a city which nowadays would be part of the Czechoslovakian Republic, but nevertheless we call him Austrian. And he defined what innovation is, as we've heard yesterday a bit. Innovation, that is the process of finding an economic application for inventions. That's innovation. So invention is the obvious first step to bring a new product. That's important, but that's not innovation. And we've heard nothing so far from imitation, because imitation is a very important process for innovation, because this is the process where innovation goes into the market. That's imitation. So I would say those three definitions should be enough, but on the other hand, I have a quite different approach to define innovation. That's my personal approach. Innovation is invention plus success. So if you have a novelty that's not innovation, there has to be a success as well. So on the one hand, we have the definition for a process. On the other hand, if an innovation is successful, then it's also innovation. It's tricky, but that's true. Having success is relatively easy. I mean, at least in theory. If the value is higher than the price and the price is higher than the costs, then everything is fine. So all we have to do is to build up such things. That's our job. Well, is innovation a miracle? I mean, I'm a physicist, yeah? So I like this picture very much. And in fact, we don't think it should be a miracle, but on the other hand, a flash of genius helps sometimes, at least in the first step. But the flash of genius is not enough for making an innovation. How to get it? Well, another Austrian researcher, Ferdinand Drucker, or maybe Peter Ferdinand Drucker, or Peter Drucker as he's known, had 5 fundamental questions. And those questions we try to find an answer on. The first is, who is our customer? We have to know who wants to buy our products. What are the behavior of our customer? The second thing is, what is of value to our customer? That's the thing for getting success. And what is our business? What is our business nowadays? What will our business be? Or what should our business be? For example, I'm working on a fixed net telephone company. But mobile phones are invited, and they are a true innovation. So what will be with Telekom Austria fixed line in, let's say, 5 years from now on? If we have no innovations, we have some problem. Okay, think is the first thing, but then you have to do it. The process we use is the so-called stage gate process. This is a branded process invented by Robert Cooper, and it's a conceptual and operational roadmap for bringing ideas to products. And all the work has been done during the stages. So you have to make, let's say, documents, deliveries, and all that stuff. You have to analyze the whole stuff. And during a gate, we decide whether we go further with this idea or not. And if not, we throw it away or leave it anywhere. And in the end, we have products in the market. But the sad thing is that only or less than 50% of all products we bring into the market have success. So we call them Mr. Novelty and Miss Innovation. And we are interested in Miss Innovation, not in Mr. Novelty. You know, the beautiful things have to be female, therefore it's Miss Innovation. How long does it take to have success? Well, it depends, okay? Usually it should be an S-curve. This is what you'll learn at universities or so. There are some other technologies, like the phones in the United States. Actually, I don't know why this could happen, maybe due to Second World War, I have no idea. But then there are some other innovations, we call them disruptive innovations. And those disruptive innovations cause real trouble to old technologies. In the old days, there were sailing ships for bringing goods from UK to, from England to United States. Then there were steamships. Same situation with MP3 and CD, or phones and telegraphs, or nowadays cell phones and fixed phones. This is a disruptive innovation, and this caused trouble to the old technologies. How do you identify an innovation? Well, do you know the Gartner Group hype cycle? Who of you noticed this? There's at least some of you. Okay, the Gartner Group is an analyst's company, and they found out that there is a thing they call it hype cycle, and this is how visible is an, let's say, idea over the time. And they say there are 5 phases. The first is the technology trigger. There is some significant present industry interest. It goes up to a peak, and at the peak there is some over-enthusiasm. There are unrealistic projections which bring the idea down, because these unrealistic projections could never be done. Goes down and then goes up to the at least to the plateau of productivity, where you can get money out from this thing. And that's, you can't see anything, I think. Can you see? Can anybody see something at least? If it's true, because the source is not Gartner Group but a blog, this is the 2007 hype cycle for consumer technology. And what you can find here is, for example, IPTV right here with a dark blue dot, which means that it takes 5 to 10 years to the plateau of productivity. You may find digital TV here, which is already in the market. You may find a network DVR, which is here. And so that's all. So it's not important whether it's here or not. It's important to be here to be an innovation. And there are some goods which are obsolete before they reach the plateau of productivity. Or, as I see it, that's my job. We as a team have to bring IPTV from here to here, or we have to bring it from here, which means 5 or 10 years to the plateau of productivity. To let's say, it's a big thing in